Hi everyone. Today we will look into some of the options or whatever we see in Visual Studio in previous session. We will discuss on that. Uh, Here I am opening my Visual Studio uh, code, and if you want to create a new file or opening an existing file or opening an existing folder, here we can see some options. Let me go for open folder, and let me create one folder. Already we have YouTube, and inside that I will open Git. Before opening Git, hmm, let me create a new folder. Right click, new folder, and VS Code. Okay, now select this one and select folder. Now we are inside that VS Code folder, and here you can see it is showing VS Code folder, and we can create a new file or new folder and reload it. We create any new files by using File Explorer instead of Visual Studio. To appear those files in Visual Studio, we need to reload, and we have outline. The add to editor cannot provide outline information, and we have timeline. We will look into this after some time. And this is to search for specific things. Let me look for VS no results found. Let us create first one file, new file, and I am creating an HTML file. Before create HTML file, let us source controller, we will wait, and debug we will look into it later. Let us go for extensions. What are these extensions? Extensions are nothing but it will give some what we call, suppose if we want to use Python in our Visual Studio Code, here we have Python, we can install it, and in the same way we have some other extensions. Let me look for one that is live, something live server. Live server means it will start one server in our local system. Yes, and we can see the output, which we use generally for HTML, CSS and JavaScript whenever we are developing front end. It is more helpful. Let me install this. Okay, it is installing, you can see that, and it is already installed. And after installing this, you have some description like how to use it. Here we can see it created. Here we are writing HTML code, and here it is appearing in our browser. Okay, whenever we make some changes, it will automatically reload, and we can see that. Okay, and these are some installation and how to use kind of thing. This you can see here, go live. That by clicking on this go live, we can view our HTML files, like how it will appear in a web. Okay, in the same way, let me add one more extent, that is intelligent code. Here you can see intelligent code. Okay, intelligent code. This will help to automatically add some syntax without waiting us to type everything. Like if there is an if condition, else, or HTML tags, if we try to write something, it will analyze what we are going to write, and it will try to complete it automatically. That is what happens. Let me install this one as well. And we have we installed two, up to now, two extensions, right? Let me see them. uh, just remove this. Here you can see intelligent code and live server, two are added. Now let me get back to this part, add a file, and I will name this file as hello VS Code, that is VS code dot html, as we are writing html, right? If we want to convert into css, you can see it will mention hash means that is css, and if it is java js, if it is python, uh, python means .py, and if it is just java dot java, and c cpp, like whatever the extension we are getting here, we can see the symbol, it gets changed, this icon gets changed. So let me add to html only, let me stick to html only, yeah. And here I will try to write html tag. So it will auto complete the end tag. We wrote the first html tag, and it automatically completed the remaining part. In the same way, we have header, yeah, and we have body that which we see in our web page. And here I will go for h1 tag, and hello vs code live. Okay, and let me save it. Now I will go live by using this html file. uh, I will go to live, and you can see the output of this html file in web. It is starting, it is already started, and we are in the page, and here we can see if I make any changes, something like in header tag, let me go for style. Okay, and in style, let me take h1 tag. Okay, h1, right? Sorry, h1 tag, yeah. Mm, color, uh color is let me take it as green. Save it, and if you see it, it is already changed, color is already in green. And if we want to change the color, you can just click on this, and you can find some other new color, yeah, and save it. And now check it again, you can see the color is already changed to blue. So like that, we can see, and it's the HTML, how we can add extensions, and how we can use these things like this. And not only that, let me get into a simple one more extensions for python. So let me install python, right? So python, and it is running, and here we have one python. Let me install the python extension. Once it is done, now let me create a new file, that is .py, right? hello.py. Okay, and here we need to write our code, so print hello world. Okay, so save it, and I need to run it, right? And here you have run without debug, we have a command control F5. If we use control F5, then it will run, or you can run it by clicking here also, yeah. Just ignore if you get any error, this kind of errors. And this whatever it is fulfilled already, we can see that. But here we have the command to run this code. This is a power script, and we are inside Visual Studio Code, and it is asking us asking and means it allows to perform activity, that is use python.exe in folder python, in python folder, and run this file, means launch something. And here we have one id and hyphen hyphen, that is one more argument. And here we have a file which we need to run. So python.exe is executing this hello.py. That is how it is work, and this is inside PowerScript. PS means PowerScript, and PowerShell we can call PowerShell. Yeah, Windows PowerShell. Okay, that is how it works, and just ignore this error if you get any. If not, it's fine. It's okay. Okay, run without debug. Okay, we have output. Now let us get into debugging mode. What is meant by debugging mode? So whenever we are running at some point of time, we will get some errors, right? So how to debug them, how to find the why we are getting that error and what is the output at which point of level. What means there is a flow of statements and there is a data flow and a command flow. Everything instructions will flow. After one instruction another gets executed, after one statement another statement gets executed, and this goes on. So to find out where we are getting error, we can use this. Like if you have some doubt, like at line 156 or 177 something, a random number, that is, if you select that and you try to run it, then it will stop executing the code after that line. It will stay there, and we can run it line by line. For example, let me help you with some code. Let me say I is equals to 0. Okay, next while I must be less than 10. Okay, now if I mod 2 is equals to 0, in that case print let me say uh, I is even, and here let me say F. That's it. Or else print I is odd. That's it, nothing else. And let me go for else part also here, and print end of while. Okay, save it, and let me run it. We need to run it, right? Before running, let us select some lines. I will select this one. Okay, if I mod 2 is equals to 0, so it will come up to here and it will stop executing further. Run, start debugging. So it ran up to here, but it stopped executing from here. To continue from here, we need to either click on this, that is continue, and this is step over, means go one step back, further, I mean, sorry, and step into. So go into, that means step out, go out, restart means restart the debugging and stop debugging. These are some of the options we have. Let me click here, and here once I clicked this one, well, just I asked to continue, so then this one is successful, the statement that we wrote, so this one got printed, and even else part is skipped, and it went back and again stopped here only. So if you want to add one more debugging point, let me add 7 as okay, 6 as debugging point. So if I click on here, it will come here and again click, then 0 is even. So again it is executing, and let me run again, 0 0. So if we click on this one, then every time we are getting 0, and the reason behind it is we are checking for I is less than 0, but we never incremented I. That is the error. So that's why we are getting 0 again and again. So let me add some code here, that is I plus is equals to 1. There is no incrementation in Python, that is plus plus in med, we need to add one by using shorthand notation. Okay, so let me run this time. uh, so let me restart this, and let me go further. You see, now you see one is odd because I got incremented, so this part is executed. So let me check this one. See, print I, not now 3 gets printed. So like this, which statement is running after which one is running, like that we can check, and we can find out that not only here. If you go to output, here at this point, click debug console. Okay, here we have debug console. Here if I just give my input like something like id, I is a variable inside our Python code which we are running. Here you can see I. To know what is the value of I, just give I as input and enter. Here you can see I gave I as input and I got 7. Again I, again 7. Let me go to terminal and run it further one more step. Now it will become 8. The value of I is 8. So I and enter. I don't know why it is taking time, but basically it need to be loaded within no time. So let me use print I. Here you see print I, and this output for print I is 8, same. And here we see there are line 6, line 5, 6 and 8 are given for debugging points, that is breakup points. Okay, and we have call stack, that is hello.py from, and here watch, here we have variables. Everything is here, run and debug. You can see things from here also, not only from console. uh, Let me run this one. You can see value of I got raised to 9. And if you remove any one of these, let me remove this. Here you can see debugging breakup points got reduced to 2. One is at line 5, another one is at line 8. Like that you can debug whenever you have any issue. Okay, I hope you understood, and you are following everything, and try to follow videos and try to subscribe and learn. Thanks.